Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice, where I ask the dice for a message and find out what that is, keeping in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me that opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links below in the description box necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I really do hope to see you there. If you are interested in becoming a member, those are now live. There's a join button down below next to the subscribe button. If you click on that, it'll show you the levels I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. So I do hope to see you over there, and if not, thank you so much for continuing to support me here. And with that, let's just open up the message today, whatever source wants to spring through, and find out what is today's Daily Dice message source. What message do you have for us today, source? What would you like my fellow humans to know? What is today's Daily Dice message source? Okay, so we've got Venus, Pisces, and the 7th house. Okay, bringing it in for love. Okay, 7th house is all of our interpersonal relationships, whether that's work relationships, love relationships, partnerships, friendships, family situationships, whatever it is, this is our love relationships. And this is opening you up to healing and coming into a place of learning how to receive and give love, to find beauty, to find value, to see the balance and the beauty and pleasure in things. So you could be working on your shadow self right now, and that's something that's also brought up by the 7th house is our shadow self, dealing with our shadow self and really finding justice along our journey, right? That's my air conditioner, if you're wondering. It turns on and off. I can't control it. Well, I can, but I'm not going to because it's finally perfect in here. Right? And with Pisces energy, it does feel like you're an old soul. Okay? You're very dreamy, you're very mystical, you're very intuitive, you're very spiritual, you're very compassionate. You're a sensitive soul, which is a beautiful thing in this world. We need more of that. Sometimes, though, you have a tendency towards escapism, which means that you could find things to escape reality or things to make reality seem more, easier to take, easier to live in. Like, I don't want to deal with the hardships. And so a 7th house and Pisces energy coming out together, it's like you have a tendency to escape from healing your shadow self, like healing the mindsets that you have or healing the emotional triggers that you may have, the things that make you really upset or mad or angry or sad or like, oh my gosh, I have to blow up. And so you're really focusing on that now. You're focusing on paying attention to that, but having also this realization and recognizing when you tend towards escapism here. And so you're able to let yourself dream a lot more here. Okay. I do feel like you're opening up more to your psychic abilities. And you're letting yourself experience more artistic things, which is also with Venus energy, is enjoying art, finding the luxury in life, the small things. And that's doing things that make you happy, whether that's singing, dancing, cooking, creating, drawing, painting, whatever it is. It's like those little things that really bring you life, reading your favorite stories or watching, you could say watching your favorite shows. It's okay, but I don't tend towards that too much, because if we watch too much TV, we have a tendency to close off our third eye. It's just a lot of energy coming towards us all at once, and a lot of emotions that aren't ours that we have a tendency to take on as ours. But, like if you have a really positive TV show or a movie that's really positive and that's something that you love to watch, I definitely would recommend that. It's like just bringing yourself into this higher vibrational energy by really pouring into what you love to do. Are you learning how to play an instrument, or are you writing a book? Or are you writing poetry? Are you writing short stories or an article? Are you writing a new blog? Like, I don't know why writing is coming in here, but writing is coming in. You know, it's like learning and really, really pouring into that. And this is allowing you to really connect with the sensual side of yourself. And it's allowing you to magnetize finances and love into your life. Like, this is a very powerful energy coming in here of you being able to really attract what it is that you are, as within, so without. And so that's the energy here that's coming through, is you're very much healing this. And I feel like you're really deeply understanding those moments. Like, am I escaping because I'm afraid to deal with my shadow self, or I'm afraid to deal with the reality of the situation? Or is it something that's more habitual that I'm just used to doing and I'm falling back into old habits? And it's like, in healing that, you're actually learning how to, I keep hearing like attracts like, you know, like you're raising your vibration. And because you're raising your vibration, you're bringing in even higher vibrational people into your life. What do I want to get? Let's get some Pantha Oracle on it. I haven't pulled this one out today, actually, at all. It's been a while since I've used the Pantha. I don't know why. Source, what else would you like to say here? Can we have some messages? What else would you like to say here? Thank you. Can you paint a deeper picture for us here? Paint the canvas of life, my beloved Source. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. All right, what do we got on the bottom? Yeah, Fury. Offense, madness, and unpleasantness. I'm actually not sure why this came out. Maybe this is something you've been really mad about. You know? Like, if there's been like a bad, yeah, okay, there we go. A bad situation with nightmare coming up behind that suffering, darkness, and persecution. It's like, it's been making you really mad. Like, maybe there's someone that is really, you just really are not in alignment with one another. I'm hearing like very perpendicular energies here. Like, one is going one way while I'm going the other way, and it's just infuriating because this person just does not see what I'm doing. They don't see where I'm going. And then underneath that, we have self-love. I love that stop came up. Like, that's it. That's all I want you to do. We have self-concern, self-healing, and independence. And so they're saying, instead of sitting in this lower vibrational energy of resentment, anger, and like, oh my gosh, you need to understand me, come back into this place of understanding yourself. You know, we put so much pressure in life for other people to see us, and we put so much pressure in life for other people to understand and hear us. But most oftentimes, we're not understanding and hearing ourselves, and so therefore we're asking another person to do something that we're not willing to do. And that's why self-love is so important. It's so important to fill up your own cup. It's so important to understand yourself and to accept yourself fully, so that way then you know not to settle for just whatever comes your way. You know that you deserve something much better because you've taken the time to really heal that part of yourself that says, I need someone else to approve of me. Rather, you're saying, I approve of myself, and it doesn't matter how other people see me, because it doesn't. Ultimately, you know, this is one of my things that I always talked about. It's, you know, a lot of people will convince others not to follow their dreams. They'll be like, oh no, that's not how you make money, or that's silly, or nobody can make real money being an artist, or something along those lines. Like, they always have their opinions that they put on it. But the funny thing is that the minute that you stop chasing your dream, and then if they say something like, well, why are you unhappy? And you say, well, you told me that not to chase my dream. The first thing that's going to come out of their mouth is, well, it's your life. Why are you doing what I'm saying? So it's like, people want to be in control of others and to keep others from chasing their dream. But then when time comes to take accountability for their opinions, they don't, because it's not their job to take accountability for their opinions that affected our lives. It's our job to take accountability for us believing that what they said about us was the truth of who we were. So we have illness, disease, weakness, and fragility coming out. Let's paint the picture. Perseverance, challenge, endurance, and resolution. So I feel like you've definitely dealt with a lot of upsets in your life. And, you know, dis-ease is when our soul is no longer at ease. And so that manifests in our lives as cold, as, you know, sickness, as some sort of situation in our life where we have to go see the doctor, or like, you know, in my case, it always manifested in body hurts, like body aches and pains, like my knees, that's connected to your ego. You have your elbows, which is connected to receiving, you know, shoulders, which is connected to if you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, you know, these ideas. And so maybe you've had a lot of body aches that you've been dealing with, or weaknesses, and you're like, what is this? And I feel like that's because your soul was not at ease. And it's been this fear. We have depression, phobia, and paranoia. And again, this is like, if you're trying to people please, this is going to be relevant and present in all your situations, because you're going to be trying to change yourself so that other people accept you. And eventually you're going to look in the mirror one day and you're not going to recognize who you are. And you're going to be mad because it's like, well, I did this so that you would see me. But none of those people are going to be like, oh, well, yeah, you should have done that. No, they're going to be like, why did you do that? Like that's what people do, because they don't. It's like, we want people to trust our opinions, but then when people trust our opinions and are completely miserable about it, we don't want anything to do with that misery, because that means that we have to put that shoe on our foot. And most people don't want to. They don't want to feel another person's misery. Most people like just want people to understand their misery while not having to do the same for another. And that's what's so confusing for a lot of empaths, because empaths are people who we're so used to wearing everybody's shoes, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly. And so when someone doesn't want to, or goes out of their way and chooses not to do that for us, it leaves us in a complete conundrum, because we're like, what the heck just happened? What the hey? Yeah, look, we have compromise, agreement, reconciliation, and consideration. And isn't it interesting? It's like being stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you. What is it? Jokers to the left of me. Something to the right. I don't know. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. It's like, yeah, being stuck in the middle of, what do I do? Stuck in the middle of your dream and people's opinions. And they're saying to love yourself. And it's like, when you love yourself fully, and it's interesting because the love messages today have really been about self. It's not about love coming in, even though in that last love message, there was love coming in. We have libation, donation, prayer, and religion. Yeah. So here we have this energy. Maybe you're come from a very religious background, and you're being spiritual, or the equal opposite could be true. Maybe you come from a very spiritual background and you're trying out religion, and it feels like there's this disconnection where people are trying to push and pull you, like, do what I'm saying, not what you're doing. But look, you're overcoming it. You're facing these things, right? You're facing this energy within you. We have introvert with privacy, separate, and online community. I feel like it's forcing you into solitude. And we have protest, inadequacy, sue, and attention. Yeah, and then there's people who are protesting because you're no longer a part of their lives like you once were. And that's, there you go, sweetheart, pure, unconditional love and beloved. So because of this energy that has happened in this story that you've gone through, it's saying that that's bringing you to this unconditional love. And I love that unconditional love is right in the middle of this card, because it makes it feel, this is very at the very middle of this reading. This is like something that's pure, that's being cultivated from within, and allowing you to really invite in that type of love that you want. And letting go of people who want to control the outcome of your life, while at the same time washing their hands of the responsibility of doing so. And that's why people pleasing is never a good thing. Like, we're not out here to make everybody else's lives better. We're here to heal our lives. And in healing our lives, we make space for other people to find the authentic light within. And that's where real power comes from. It doesn't come from controlling. It doesn't come from even money or having a position of power. Real power comes from the depth of unconditional love and the ability to share that with yourself so that you can mirror that into the outside world. And so the message today is that you're letting go of whatever it was that was keeping you from magnetizing what you want in your life. And in this case, it feels like love. The things that were angering you, the things that were making you feel very out of sorts, and you're letting that go now and coming into a place of peace, which is allowing you to manifest pure love into your life. I was going to get some other cards, but this just took up the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. If you feel like this is your reading, though, leave a heart down below, and I'll let you choose whatever color. Just leave a heart down below and say, I allow unconditional love to spread in all areas of my life because love attracts love. Leave me a thumbs up. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.